guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to another video. And guys, I'm not wearing a short sleeve. I'm not wearing a tank top. I'm wearing a sweater. And it's like 100 degrees outside. Okay, it's probably like between 80 and 90 degrees outside. And I'm wearing a sweater, but it's okay because it is August. It's August. It's the second week of August, and I'm here to do my my fall TBR. So basically, in this video, we're going to talk about all things books I want to read in the fall, books that pertain to fall. I'm just going to be talking about books that I own / library books that I really want to read and are perfect for this fall season. And fall doesn't technically start until literally September 22nd or something, so we still have a whole almost 2 months. But it doesn't feel like summer when school starts. Like, it just doesn't really make sense. So today I have my little Notion set. So this is my little Notion. I started using Notion like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and I'm like obsessed. I have so many like little charts and everything, like logging my books. But I did make a specific one for fall. It's so cute. So I went ahead and I changed it to my dark setting. I don't know. I used to use only like dark mode for everything on my laptop, but then recently, like going to my other like Notion tables and everything I've set, I low-key really like the light mode better because the colors are prettier like that. But for the autumn one, it's perfect to use the dark mode. So here I have my physical TBR set in little like categories where I have my romance, my fantasy and sci-fi, dystopian, anything like fantasy wise. And then I have a mystery and thriller section. The reason why I put a whole section for that is because I have tons of mysteries and thrillers, but I only wrote down the ones I want to read this fall. And with the aesthetics are perfect, like perfect. So let's just get started. We're back and we're here to talk about all of the physical TBR books I have. So we're gonna start off with the genres of romance and then go into fiction because I don't actually have a lot of romance I want to read. I only have 3 romance books I want to read. So first off, I have Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I actually read a book by her before, and that was Never, and everyone hated on that book, but I personally really liked it. I'm excited because everyone is obsessed. Everyone is really obsessed. Like, this is a series, I can't even talk about it. I'm gonna make a specific video where I read this book and Daisy Hates, which is the second book. So here I have Daisy Hates as well. Apparently everyone is obsessed with Julian, so I'm excited. I'm really excited. But yeah, these are the first 2 books that I have on my TBR. I think these are the perfectest books to read during the fall. So here are the first 2 romance books. I keep repeating that exact same sentence, but yeah. Next up, I have You Read Sam by Destin Thao, no idea how to say that, I'm sorry. Apparently this is a past and present timeline book, which is, apparently it's a sad romance. So this is a heartbreaking story. Next up, I have like fiction in general. So let's just go through it. First, I have The Secret History by Donna Tartt. It's so heavy. It's like the heaviest. Why is this so heavy? Like, the papers are Bible thin. Do you hear it? And the words are small. But it's okay. When I read it, at least I'll look smart and educated. Why am I sneezing? So next I have A Man Called Ove by Fredrik Backman. Apparently he's so popular. Like, his books are really getting popular this specific time. There's a book he wrote, Anxious People, that I really want to get. And then he has like a whole like trilogy, Beartown or whatever. I don't know. His books have just... Why does he look like that one judge from American Idol? So yeah, apparently the way he writes is just so captivating for people, and I don't know, I'm usually like the only women's fiction type of person. I don't really like reading books written by men, not in any sexist way, but I just generally do not really like the writing, and I get a little bit intimidated. Oh my gosh. So yeah, A Man Called Ove. I know this is gonna be a good time to do it like in the fall because it's not really a summer book. And it's not like a Christmas book. So like, this is a book I need to read like in August, if that makes sense, or even September. Like, yeah. Next, I have How to Walk Away by Catherine Center. So speaking of fictions, this is a fiction written by a woman now. And I love Catherine Center. Right now, I've only read 2 books. Who is it? Okay. So this is How to Walk Away by Catherine Sender. I read 2 books by her, but they were like more romancy. The thing is, she writes like almost like Emily Henry, where it gives often a women's fiction, literary fiction type of vibe. And I heard that this is just really heartbreaking, like energizing. Like it's not really romance, it's like fiction. So I don't know, I'm excited. I feel like this will be such a great book to read for people. I don't know, I feel like this is just gonna be a good read. Next up, I have historical fiction, and first is Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. So this is a book I've actually owned for literally the longest time, like over a year. And it is a book based on the story of Hosea. I was about to say Homer. Hosea and Gomer from the Bible, and Hosea is literally my favorite like prophet of the entire Bible. So I love his book of the Bible, especially like just chapter 1, just reading that over and over again. I feel like the message you learn from that book of the Bible and that Bible story in general is just so important. So I got the book because I know it's just good. I know it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be packed of quotes and everything, and I'm so excited, especially because it is Christian fiction. And it says the classic story that has captured in the hearts of millions worldwide. Like this book has made it worldwide. It's a story of love that will not let go no matter what. Then I have Christian Harmel's The Book of Lost Names. This is a World War II fiction. It is actually based on true events, and it's about Germany occupied France. So Nazis are obviously in France at the time. I think it's set in 1942. And not since The Nightingale have I finished a book and been so choked with emotion, sweeping, and magnificent. So The Nightingale. This definitely gives me The Nightingale vibes. The moment I saw the book, I was like, Christian Harmel. It sounds just like Kristen Hanna, who wrote The Nightingale, which is also a book about France when it was occupied by the Nazis. And I loved that book. I thought I was going to hate it because I'm not really into World War II stories. And reading that historical fiction book kind of opened my eyes to like more genres. So I saw this book at Target a few months ago, like a while ago, and I think it's such a pretty cover. Like it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, one of the prettiest books, honestly, like paperback books, and like the Eiffel Tower in the back, it's just so pretty. Here I have As Long as Lemon Trees Go. I think this is multiple genres. Read the back a billion times and I still don't know what this genre is. Cry for Syria, A Cry for Escape, A Cry for Freedom. And then lastly in this section, I have The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I've actually owned this book since last fall, and I wanted to read it last fall, but I was just so intimidated by it because this is a very, very controversial book. So yes, that concludes this little fiction section.
My cart looks so fun. Like it actually looks, oh my gosh. It looks so fun like this because I love the colors, like the blues, the pinks.
I forgot to include that I have Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. She's the author of The Nightingale. And this is a heartbreaking story about friendship. And I feel like it's perfect to read in the August because, again, sad books are just perfect time. Oh my gosh. Okay. First, I'm going to start with the one book that's not really fantasy and that's more sci-fi, and that is The Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. This is the second book in the Red Rising series. The Red Rising series is still getting written. Like it's not done. It's not. Each book gets larger and larger and larger, and I'm scared because I hate sci-fi. Done. We're done talking about this already. I'm already done. Next up, I have An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. This is on my August TBR, and it's a short little book. Apparently it has like forbidden love and adventure and all these things in it. Next up, I have A Dream So Wicked, and this is by Tishanya Odette. So she is the author of Heart of a Raven Prince, which is a Cinderella retelling, and I love these books. So it's basically, she has a whole series called Entangled with Fae, and they're interconnected. Like they're not even, I don't even think they are connected. The reason why I got this one was because the cover is so gorgeous. Like I hate the title, but I love the cover. Like it's just so pretty. I didn't know she had another series, but I had my eye on this series. It's a trilogy, but this is the first book of the trilogy, and I didn't know it was by the same author until like after. And this is also by Tishanya Odette, and this is To Carve a Fae Heart. I don't really like the cover, but it sounds fun. And then next up, I have Destroy the Day by Bridget Kemmerer. So this is the third book in the Defy the Night trilogy. Next up, I have An Ember in the Ashes by Sabia Tahir. I hate this cover. I hate this cover so much.
How many times do I literally complain about covers in this video? It's actually, I don't know, like literally every other book. Also, do you like my fall decor? Look at that. So cute. So cute. Look at the blanket. Okay.
I'm excited. Next up, I have Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. This is the second book in the Emily Wilde's trilogy. She's basically a girl who studies an island of fairies. And did I like the first book? No. But I need to finish the series, so I have the second book. Might as well read it. It's really pretty. Like, it's very aesthetically pleasing, but I do need to finish it. And I feel like it is a very cozy fantasy. Like, this is the epitome of cozy fantasy. Like, this gives December, January vibes. And then I have House of Salt and Sorrow. Again, this is a late fall, like, wintry book. Like, this is something I would read then. It's a fairy tale. I think it's a retelling of the 12 Dancing Sisters or something like that. Next, I have Scythe. Now, this is definitely more of a book that I would read in October, November. Definitely October. Look at these vibes. So, apparently Scythe is a trilogy, and it basically has to do a lot about death. So, scythes are obviously characters that kill people. And literally the back says, "Thou shalt kill." Wow.
A world with no hunger, no disease, no war, no misery. Humanity has conquered all those things. It sounds so dystopian. And has even conquered death. Now scythes are the only ones who can end life, and they are commanded to do so in order to keep the size of the population under control. That sounds so cool. So there's a guy and a girl chosen to be apprentice, but these teens must master the art of taking life. Oh, wow. So they learn living in a perfect world comes only with a heavy price, because if they fail, they die as well.
So this sounds so fun. Oh my gosh, like after doing this video, I think I'm gonna be so like ready to read books, because now that I've like refreshed my memory what these plots are about. So the last two books I have to talk about are DNFs, and I just need to pick them up. So these two books are the second book / last book of a duology. So this is the last book of the duology, and this is the last book of the duology, and both of these duologies I am hating so much. Like let's just not talk about the hate I have for Six of Crows. I hate that book with my whole heart, and every time I think about a book that I really hated, it's Six of Crows. When I say this book is third person and I hate it, it's because the way the author writes feels so disconnected, and it's obvious that's in third person, and that's why I don't like it. So I think that's another reason why I don't want to get into it. So this is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. We all know the deal. I do not like Rebecca Ross. I don't like her. I didn't like her first book because it's so popular, and then I read it and I didn't really care for it. So Ruthless Vows, second book, and I've had it since December of last year, and I can't read it. I read the first 50, I'm on page 45, and I still just can't read it. Yeah, that's it for this section. Now let's go into the miscellaneous, and in there I'm going to talk all about thrillers and mysteries and those types of books. I only have 5 books to talk about, but they are important books. So first off, we're going to start with The Vanishing Star. This is the second book in the Truly Devious series. Apparently, like, I think books are still coming out in this series. I really hated Truly Devious. I did not like it at all. I thought it was so boring because I was comparing it to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder the entire time, and because they're marketed as the same genre. Like, they're marketed as YA, like dark academia mystery, murder mystery, with a girl in a school trying to uncover this thing. So I was comparing them the entire time, and I hated Truly Devious. Next, I have One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. So I actually have the second book as well. Next, we have The Fear by Natasha Preston. I actually read the first 40-ish pages of this book, but then put it down because I was like bored. Next, I have literally my most excited book out of all of these, and that is Billy Summers by Stephen King. I know. Stephen King is a horror writer, but this is not a horror book. This is just a thriller book. I have no idea what it's about. I just know it's about a guy named Billy Summers.
It says bad people need to pay a price, and the price should be high. Chances are, if you're a target of Billy Summers, too immutable true supply, you'll never know what hit you, and you're really getting what you deserve. He's a killer for hire and the best in the business, but he'll do the job only if the assignment is truly a bad person.
Next, we have The Push by Ashley Audrin. So this has a new cover now, but I thrifted it and they gave me the old cover, but it's fine. I don't really care. This cover looks... Actually, that's a creepy cover. I think this is about a mother and a daughter, and then it's a psychological thriller, something like there's secrets between the mother and the daughter. And then there's a lot of other books that I just want to quickly show you. So here I have my little section of classics. I have Wuthering Heights, Sense and Sensibility, Emma, Pride and Prejudice, and then I have Count of Monte Cristo, Little Women, and Aesop's Fables. This fall, I would love to read the Count of Monte Cristo. It is a over 1,000 page book, so this will be the biggest book I've ever read. I would love to read this book. It has a lot of words and very small print, but it is a classic, and I just cannot wait to get to it. I think like it's perfect for the fall. It's gonna take me a while to get through, but I do have that. And then of course I would love to read Wuthering Heights and Pride and Prejudice. Like, who would not want to read that? Okay guys, so I know that was so much talking and my mouth is dry. I think I've been filming for like over an hour now, and I have a lot of footage to cut down, but that is it for today's video. That's it for my fall TBR. Literally a bunch of books I want to read this fall. Like like so many. I don't know how I'm gonna get to it because Abby, fall is like only 4-ish months, like 3.5 months. So when am I gonna read all these books? But yeah, these are just books on my radar, and now after reading all the blurbs and like the backs of so many books, I'm even more excited to get into them. So thank you guys so much for watching. Fall is starting and I'm so excited. Like I cannot wait. Like I already want this heat to go away. Come on, bring the fall already. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.